Good morning. Today is Friday, June 7th, 2024. If you are new here, what I do is I just read the Bible. I'm not a Bible teacher. Although I do make commentary, I give my own thoughts. Everyone is welcome to to comment. You're welcome to be a part of the live chat or to comment if you're watching the replay. I just ask that you show everyone involved the proper respect and show respect to the Word of God. Today is the day of salvation. So if you don't know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, today is the day because time is winding down. Good morning, Miss Mona. Let's see if I don't know if Miss Trudy's going to be on here or not. She was looking forward to today, and she's going to be in for a surprise. Since you all don't know, those of you on YouTube are not familiar, who may watch this later, I have a series of things I have to do every morning. So sometimes I may be running a little late. I try to be on at 9 a.m. Eastern time. But sometimes I may be running a little late just because I have a series of things that must be done before I come on here. And this morning I was just a few minutes, but not too much. Good morning, Miss Trudy. There you are. So today we are down to read Joshua 15. I'm taking it one book at a time, one chapter at a time, but I'm not taking the books in any particular order. So we won't be like doing Judges next, I don't think. I think we're going to do Micah next, but we'll see. So, but today we were supposed to be reading Joshua 15. And guess what? I'm not going to read it. But we will do a nice brief summation. Now, I'm laughing. Those of you who have watched before know that I struggle a great deal with a lot of these names, with a lot of these cities that are listed here in Joshua. So let me sum up. Joshua 15 talks about the cities or the area that was designated for the tribe of Judah. Now, to recap, they have gone in and they have conquered the promised land, driven out the various groups of people that were there that God told them to drive out. And now they are separating the land to individual tribes. And so Joshua 15, oh, come on now, Miss Trudy. Joshua 15 is about the area that belongs to Judah. Now, when this live stream is over and the video is, formally posted to YouTube, you will see a thumbnail image of a map, and it shows you the allotment that we are talking about today. Good morning, Tracy. I hope your knee is doing well, doing better than it has been. I don't know what is going on with it, but maybe it's bursitis or something. I've had it in my shoulder blade before and had to get a steroid shot for it. And that really helped. That shot really helped. I'm looking at my chat group and I know that it looks like I'm not looking at the camera, but that steroid shot really helped with that. And I don't know if that's what's going on with your knee or not. but I hope it gets better. But anyway, so Joshua 15 talks about all of the little cities and towns, groups of people that were conquered, that Judah took possession of. And then it goes on and it mentions again about Caleb getting the Hebron area. That will also be on the little map in the thumbnail image. And and a reminder that Caleb was not a pure descendant of Jacob, but at some point or another, his family had been engrafted in. Now, it mentions, let me see, I think it mentions, yeah, here we are. Caleb uh, offered up his daughter in marriage to whomever would go in and take a specific area that was um, part of his inheritance. And it mentions that um, I'm sorry, and I'm trying to find it. Okay, verse 16. Caleb said, "He who attacks Kirjath Sepher and takes it, to him I will give Akshah. Aksh. Here you go, Miss Trudy. Akshah, my daughter, as wife." So Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb. So Caleb was not the only one in his family that had been uh, welcomed into the Israelite camp. He had a brother named Othniel who then had a son. No, he had a brother named Kenaz who had a son named Othniel, and he did in fact take those towns, and so he married his cousin, Caleb's daughter. So God is faithful and he's holy and he's fair, and he does not turn anyone away who seeks him. Honestly, that's the sum up of that. He does not turn away anyone who seeks him. And he says plainly in other places, seek me and you will find me if you seek me with your whole heart. And I have found that to be true. So what else in my title? What did I put in my title? What is the title of this? I came up with something and then my dad called and that interrupted. That's what made me a little late this morning, actually. But we're going to go through some headlines. Oh yes, our redemption is drawing near. Let's find this. We certainly, at least those of you watching live right now, are aware of the situation concerning the Bear Country. I'm trying to find a particular article I saw here. Just a minute. I mean, this is just all, well, okay. I'm getting there. Okay, here we are. Russian warships steam for Caribbean as Ukraine tensions go global. We know that Putin had announced some time ago that should NATO or the U.S. enter into get on the ground was it get on the ground in Ukraine or attack Russia, the mainland, that there would be swift repercussions. Well, we know that Biden has lifted the restrictions on the uh, weapons given to Ukraine. So, and Ukraine has now been using them to attack the mainland Russia. And so now Russia has issued a statement that they are sending out, um, they're sending out tactical weapons, so to speak, in directed and pointed at various um, bases across the globe, NATO and U.S. bases across the globe. And here, this website, this is Zero Hedge. Okay. Russian warships steam for Caribbean as Ukraine tensions go global. I am doing my live, so I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yes. I'll talk to you in a minute. Sorry about that. The deployment signals Russia's capacity to operate globally while still fully engaged in its third year of war with Ukraine. This is about Russia showing they're still capable of some level of naval power projection. So, as we have been discussing for quite some time, this is not going to just go away. We are gearing up, and we need to be looking up. Lots of prophecies, as Pilgrim likes to point out, lots of prophecies. Lots of people throughout the last several decades have had dreams of let's just say, an encounter or conflict with the bear country. And many of them have dreamed that when certain things come down, we go up. So, will it happen that way? Of course, I do not know. None of us know for sure, and none of us know how long that's going to be from now. But we are being watchful and keeping our eyes on the news. Most of all, our ears are tuned for the trumpet, aren't they? Let me read some of these comments. It is arthritis, and you did have a shot. It has helped a lot. Okay, thank you. Good. I'm glad that you're doing better. Just don't do too much too soon. Pilgrim says she had one tooth, an offset eyeball, bad skin with a lot of acne, so the taking of the city took some time with an offer like that. Oh, you're talking about Caleb's daughter. And then Trudy being our group mother. she's our group mama, telling him to be nice. She had a limp, 3 fingers, and a bald spot. You know what? It's amazing the insight that you have, Pilgrim. Yes, no, you go ahead and just don't be throwing any spitballs. Wonder if kids still do that today. I don't even know if they still use actual paper very much, do they? Because I know everything is like on the Chromebook now. I don't know. My kids are homeschooled, so I don't know what happens in the public school. I still have intention to make a video about another article. I had said yesterday I was going to do that yesterday, but with everything that happened, the video didn't happen. So, and just those of you who know what I'm talking about, when all of that was going on yesterday, I was actually at the doctor's office with Eastwood at that time. So I could not do a whole lot about it. And I made a split second decision to leave the group because even though my phone was on silent, I could still feel it vibrating and going off. And I just could not deal with that at that moment. And I couldn't think straight. But I appreciate Pilgrim stepping up and being a man and doing what needed to be done. Everybody needs somebody that they can count on to do the right thing according to the word of God. And so I'm very thankful to him for that. And I'm thankful for all of you all for your support and your friendship and being, my other family. In some ways, you're more of a family than a lot of family members, and I think a lot of us have people like that in our lives. Yes, the name of God is precious and is to be hallowed and sanctified, as we've discussed before. For those of you others who may know that I started doing these live streams on YouTube because I got suspended from Facebook. Well, I'm back on Facebook. I was back on that same night later. But it's very interesting because I had that evening, so that was June 5th, wasn't it? That evening I was talking to God about it, and I was just like, I don't know if I was kicked off because of the Bible readings, like if it was some sort of attack, a demonic attack to stop me from doing, if it was some sort of persecution, or if it was just one of those things. But I told the Lord, I was like, if it is specifically because of the Bible readings, then thank you for, because this is, if you're going to be persecuted, that's certainly a very mild, easy way to do it. I mean, we have brothers and sisters across the world who are facing real trials, real trouble. Literally, their lives are at stake. So I can handle being kicked off from Facebook. But I did tell him, it's difficult not being able to talk with my people, with my friends. And that was the hardest thing for me. But then I told him, but despite all that, I said, God, you are enough. The friendship and the fellowship I have with him is enough. We are created for fellowship with one another as people and as children of God. But if I am to just be separated from that for a while, then, so be it. But you are enough. At the end of the day, your relationship with the Lord is the most important thing, and he is enough. He is everything that we need. And right after I prayed that, I hit my Facebook app to see if they had changed the message to me at all, and I was going to just log out of it and consider it gone, and then lo and behold, there it was back up. So are those two things connected? I don't know. Lord, I talked about, he is still enough, and I'm not going to let that thing suck me back in to where it consumes too much of my thought and attention. All right. And we must protect it always. Yes. It is to be made, it is holy. And our job is to spread the gospel, but it's also to have that, hold the name of God and all things godly in the utmost of protection and respect and regard. And we are to guard our own hearts and our own thoughts. But anyway, so Lord willing, I will make another video. It's not like, I know I keep talking about this other video like it's going to be something mind blowing, and it's not. It's not going to be mind blowing, but it's just something that I thought deserved its own attention. Now, we need to also keep in mind and in here and keep an eye on this H5N2 that very possibly could be the next big thing that they are pushing on everybody. But we do know that a person supposedly has died in Mexico from it. We do know that they have been going around culling poultry throughout the country, like millions of them. I saw another YouTube video where they're not only targeting these large scale farms, but they're also starting into the smaller family farms. When I heard this, it was they were targeting people who, sell raw milk or raw butter, that sort of thing. And there is a market for that out there. It may sound kind of gross to us, but think about it. Back in the day, cow, they drank the milk straight from the cow. Maybe they let it sit and skim the cream off the top or whatever, but anyway, there is a market for that stuff. But of course, the powers that be don't want that, and they will do whatever they can to keep people from being able to take care of themselves. That's really what it comes down to. They don't want us to be able to take care of ourselves, and they want everybody in one spot, independent. Artificial food shortage, yes. And I saw another article about some company that has created a robot to work in fast food restaurants, which isn't anything new, but it like flips the burgers and does all of that. Now, we have to notice those sorts of things because there are people who depend on that job in the fast food. It doesn't matter. It's not just high schoolers. There are people, and they do depend on those jobs. And technology is great and all of that, but what are these people going to do? Have to go on unemployment? Have to go on food stamps? I mean, not that I don't think there's any shame in that if you have to. But I'm just saying, when they deliberately keep you from having a job, when they make it impossible for you to work, it's a shame. And you can't even try to be entrepreneurial and do stuff at your own house without the bureaucrats being involved. So it's getting bad, but we know it will only get worse. And I am talking too much. Maybe I'll be back on later. Maybe I'll make that video up. But thank you all for putting up with my blabbering. I saw that too, Miss Trudy. For those of you who can't see her comment, I saw a report of a large chicken farm going up in flames in Illinois. I saw that headline too the other day, and I don't think that was an accident. Do any of us think anything's an accident anymore? Do any of us really think that sometimes that things just happen? I mean, I'm sure that there are a few things that just happen, but when it comes to big things on a large scale like that, I don't think anybody thinks that it's just one of those things anymore. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm not going to say what I was just thinking, but it's all part of the plan. If you followed the 17th letter of the alphabet very much, you've heard a lot about the plan. Everybody's told to trust the plan, but nobody really knows what the plan is. We're just told to trust it, and it's all a bunch of baloney. I trust this plan, you know? I trust that plan. So anyway, y'all have a good day. We'll go over and watch Pilgrim. I think he is on YouTube this morning, and he will have much more interesting things to say. Thank you all for being here, and I will talk to you soon, I hope. Ah.